Thanks to the CariSECUR project, we will today focus again on the safety and security of our Caribbean region. CariSECUR, as you have heard, is an acronym for Strengthening Evidence-Based Decision-Making for Citizen Security in the Caribbean. It is one of 3 sub-projects being implemented through a partnership between the USAID and UNDP. And St. Kitts and Nevis is one of the priority countries in the project. The overall goal of CariSECUR is that by 2020, St. Kitts and Nevis will be using evidence-based decision-making to develop and approve policies and programs supported with national budgetary allocations to effectively target youth crime and violence risk factors, thereby contributing to the reduction of youth involvement in crime and violence. CariSECUR target date is 2020. However, here in St. Kitts and Nevis and the rest of the region, we could hardly wait for 2020. We have zero tolerance for crime and violence, and we wish to eradicate these social ills now. And that is why in St. Kitts and Nevis, we have mobilized and launched aggressive school and community youth development programs to try and direct and redirect as necessary the children and teenagers into engaging in more productive pursuits. Nevertheless, at this time, we associate ourselves with the 3 main CariSECUR project outputs, which are 1, standardized and disaggregated crime data sources established to facilitate identification and measurement of youth risks and resilience factors. 2, evidence-based analysis of crime and violence data carried out to inform policy making and programming. And thirdly, improved decision making on youth crime and violence based on available evidence at the national, sub-regional, and regional levels. Therefore, my cabinet last month approved the 3 documents that comprise the toolkit that will be formally signed today. 1, guidance notes on citizen security data collection and dissemination. This is essentially the Caribbean Composite Citizen Security Indicator Framework that has been approved through regional workshop consultation for use in the Caribbean region. 2nd, the terms of reference for the implementation of data-driven tools for evidence-based policy making. This document essentially outlines the responsibilities of the National CariSECUR Task Force. The names of the members of the CariSECUR National Task Force are Mr. Osmond Petty, and he's an ex officio member in his capacity as Permanent Secretary in the Ministry of National Security. There is Sergeant Winston Thompson from the Royal St. Christopher Nevis Police Force. Mr. Pierre Liebert, Director of Youth Empowerment. Ms. Shauna Herbert, representing Her Majesty Prison Services. Mr. Vaughn Henderson, Crown Counsel from the Office of the Director of Public Prosecution. Her Honor Ms. Donna Harris, Magistrate. Mr. Cornel Williams, a statistician, and Ms. Zanella Claxton from the Department of Youth and Sports in Nevis. Ms. Doriel Phillip, statistician from the NIA. The 3rd important document is one related to information sharing. This is essentially a memorandum of understanding that will be signed by the stakeholder agencies represented here today. We must ask ourselves, why evidence-based decision-making? Evidence-based decision-making becomes critical because not only are we to be concerned with youth crime in our communities, but we must also equip criminal justice and policymakers generally with the information, processes, and tools to prevent pretrial misconduct, as well as reoffending leading to recidivism in our prisons. We must strive to reduce risk and harm in our communities, and we must collect and build upon data collected and appropriately analyze to engineer systems and programs for crime reduction and prevention that are vision-driven, efficient, and effective. The research shows that local collaboration and research evidence can result in improved community and criminal justice system outcomes. Evidence-based decision-making should help improve public safety, should help create system-based approaches to justice issues, reduce duplication of effort and conflicting practices, and of course enable better allocation of limited justice system resources. Evidence-based decision-making enables stakeholders to predict behaviors more effectively than professional judgment alone. Analysis and assessments involving comprehensive tools and indicators provide information on risks and effective targets of intervention in order to reduce future crime. Evidence-based practice involves the use of scientific principles to assess the available evidence and program effectiveness and develop principles for best practice in any particular field. In delinquency prevention or intervention, this includes assessment of community and individual client needs, review and assessment of programs that could meet those needs, and development and/or implementation of new programs, assignment of youth to particular programs. Therefore, at the heart of the evidence-based decision-making is community development, changing community norms through focused youth programming, directing appropriate intervention to the needs of at-risk youths, and reducing reoffending and recidivism. The above positive outcomes are, of course, in keeping with our society's expectation. We are pleased, therefore, to partner with the USAID and UNDP on this particular project. We hope through this and other policy initiatives to make St. Kitts and Nevis, and indeed the Caribbean region, the safest and most secure place to be at any time. I take pleasure then in officially launching this project and look forward to affix my signature to the relevant documents signifying the support and assent of the St. Kitts and Nevis government to the CariSECUR project. May God bless us, and may God bless our country. Thank you.
Stay up to date with news, programs, and activities of the government with SKNIS. Like us on Facebook. Listen to us on SoundCloud. Follow us on Twitter. And watch our videos on YouTube. Connect with us today. SKNIS, St. Kitts and Nevis Information Service.